So silver experienced a technical golden cross this week. Before we go into what that means for the price of silver, let's talk about the price of silver. It's currently sitting at $25.33, and that may leave some of you a little bit uncomfortable. Well, let's look at the 1-day chart all the way to the 1-year chart, and let me put things in perspective for you. The saying, step back and look at the bigger picture, could not make any more sense when it comes to investing. The 1-day chart starting to dip a little bit. The 1-week chart, you can see why people are probably in shambles. A lot of highs and a lot of lows. The 1-month chart, though, starts to show the stability at this $25 level. The 3-month chart validates that actually prices have been pretty high. The 6-month chart really starts to tell all, but when you look at the 1-year chart, this is why all of the previous months and all the chaos is happening. This is what happened. Right here, when silver was $30, this is when the Wall Street silver train happened. This is when a lot of people bought. When $30 silver happened, everyone's talking about it, all the YouTube videos, all the news articles, friends, family, mom, cat, dog, squirrel outside on your back fence. Everyone's talking about it, so everyone's buying. But then it dips and it stays low. That's overbought territory. It corrected. So now people are second guessing themselves. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you understand silver's true value, this is actually a better feeling than this, because you get to lower your dollar per ounce average and get that beautiful silver ounce for a cheaper price. If you type in bullionmax.com/silverslayer, it's going to lead you to one of the best silver deals online right now. This is a silver starter kit. 5 ounces of silver at below employee pricing. Below employee pricing. It's going to offer a Type 2 Eagle, a 2022 Kangaroo, a 2022 Britannia, a Buffalo Round, and a 1-ounce silver bar. Now, this deal is so great because a lot of these coins have extremely high premiums, but you're buying this starter kit at a much cheaper price. Now, I bring this up because a lot of you loved the starter kit. It's only one per household, but Bullion Max offered if I wanted to create my own starter kit. Now, you guys are just as much a part of this channel as I am, so I want you all to have an opportunity to let me know what coins you would like to see in this silver starter kit. So comment down below. Now, what is a technical golden cross? Silver experienced a technical golden cross this week, which happens when the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average, reflecting a recent positive momentum. Now, I like this because it's talking about if silver is a buy after a technical golden cross. The last time a golden cross appeared on the daily chart of silver was early July 2020, and the commodity increased 60% the following month. So are they trying to say that silver could potentially jump 60% next month? Now, you got to remember, history doesn't always repeat itself, especially in the investing world. There's a lot of things at play that's affecting the price of silver, pushing and pulling. This could push the price up. This could tear the price down. It's affected by a lot of stuff. But this technical golden cross is definitely something to look at and keep an eye on when we are looking forwards. Silver prices begin an upward trend starting in early February, extending to around $27 per troy ounce on March 8th, and then falling due to the rise in U.S. real yield supported by the Federal Reserve's hawkish stance on interest rates. Another example, an unknown wrench could get thrown in. The unknown variable is so important to incorporate that a lot of people overlook. Obviously, we can try to take information and see what that has done to the price in the past, but the reality is we have no idea. We don't have a crystal ball. And we're living in such a different day and age that what used to affect the price of silver at this percent is now much different. And especially when you got something else that's also pulling the price, which could actually make that previous situation much different. So forecasts and predictions, take it as you want, but do not try to invest off of fact or as that happened last time, or you will get burnt. Now, on a fundamental standpoint, silver prices tend to lag behind gold prices. As Goldman Sachs recently argued, and there may still be untapped investor demand to hedge geopolitical risks and inflation in the coming months. In the long term, the switch to green technologies, such as photovoltaic cells or PV cells, which are used in solar panels, and its widespread usage in electronics, might raise silver demand even more, but reserves, discoveries may also be keeping the supply well supported. There are a lot of discoveries with silver being found in large quantities. Silver miners are stepping into the game, and I think they also realize that because of scarcity. Not only scarcity when we talk about the production of silver on a year-to-year basis compared to the demand on a year-to-year basis, but looking forwards in the next 10, 15, 20 years. But there's also another side of the coin, pun intended, investor demand. I just made 2 videos, which I highly recommend you go check out, where the US Mint ran out of silver and they don't know what to do. They actually have to stop the production of some of their coins because they just don't have enough, and they're trying to figure out how to, in their words, have the best customer experience possible. The Royal Mint and Perth Mint also admitted, acknowledged, and recorded record-breaking highs. We're talking about the Royal Mint said, or the Perth Mint said, like 375% increase in sales. The U.S. Mint sold 5 million ounces the first month of January. Everyone wants a slice of the silver pie, but there's just not much pie left. So, as we've seen in recent weeks, rising real interest rates in the United States act as a brake on the rise of precious metals like gold and silver. In this case, only a further rise in inflation expectations or a drop in long-term treasury yields may prove to be supportive for the precious metal. From a technical point of view, prices have continued to trade in a fairly tight range between $24.50 and $25.50. Like we were looking at earlier when I showed you guys the 1-month chart, there's a lot of stability around $25. So, silver fundamental analysis, metals don't like higher U.S. real yields. Silver prices have risen by 9% since the start of 2022, broadly matching gold's performance, driven mainly by rising market inflation expectations and higher geopolitical risks following the invasion. So, right now, all of this is great news, but at the end of the day, I just want to say this. Just buy your silver and throw it in your safe, or dig a hole 2 feet in your backyard, or highly don't recommend this, but put it in a safety deposit box. Highly don't recommend this, but I guess you could put it in a vault. Some third-party custodian can't even pronounce his last name. You could do that too. You could do a lot of different things. I recommend keeping it in your possession. There's the saying, if you can't hold it, you don't own it. Every ounce of silver that you hold in your hand, 100 other people theoretically own that same ounce on the COMEX. But if they try to turn that contract into physical delivery, that silver's non-apparent. But nobody turns the contract into physical delivery, so that's why they haven't found out. Buy it and hold it. And that goes with this as well. We can look at the prices on a day-to-day basis, whatever you want. Just buy your silver, throw it in your safe, and hold it for 10, 20 years. That's the best way to go. Don't make it more confusing than it has to be. Some people buy it low, then they'll sell it once it gets around $30, and then they'll buy it again once the correction happens when at 25, and then they'll wait for it to rise again, and then they'll sell it, and then they'll buy back in when. That's so unnecessary, especially with premiums nowadays. You're gonna lose so much money, or barely break even if you get lucky. Just buy it and hold it. Anyways, where is silver headed to? That's the million-dollar question. According to Goldman Sachs, silver prices lagged those of gold during the precious metal bull market of 2016. I remember that, the July 2016 high of $21 silver. Did you know that the average price of silver for the last decade has been $15? So people that bought in at, let's say, this $30 price, and now the price is down to 23, 24, 25, you're thinking, man, silver is doing really bad right now. Well, honestly, if you've been stacking for longer than that Wall Street silver movement, the price of silver is actually extremely high. Now, it's not extremely high comparing it to its actual value, but comparing to the last decade, the price is really high. $15 has been the average price of silver. Let's look at the all-time chart. Look at this. This is when I started stacking. I started stacking around 2014, 2015. We're talking about $15 silver here. This is the July 2016 high I'm talking about. I remember I've been making videos for a couple of years now, and I remember on my channel the first time silver broke above $20 right here. We all celebrated. But then it went back down, and it's been down. But now all of a sudden, look at this. So even though it dips right there, that doesn't mean that the price is low. If you look backwards even a little bit, the price of silver is still dramatically higher than it was. It's just a lot of people just started a couple of years ago, so they can't, their perspective on the price is much different than someone who's been stacking for a little longer. So the whole point of this is if you want to look at the statistics, there is a technical golden cross that happened this week, and last time that happened, the metal grew more than 60%. Does that mean silver is going to rise 60% next month? No. Does it mean it could rise though? Yes. But are there also other variables at play? Yes. Not every situation is the same. We have a lot of different things going on right now. So you can't try to invest as if there is going to be a 60% rise. Some people do that. When the FOMC comes out and says that they're going to do 7 rate hikes for 2022, the word expect, or they hope, or they aim for, those are the biggest words to look at. Because people will invest off of if that is actually going to happen. But then the time comes and they're not going to do 7. Or they'll say whatever, they'll say a number, or they'll speculate or assume what the dollar is going to do, this, and then they'll invest off of that as it's fact. But then once the situation actually happens, then the markets start to go to their natural price, or what the actual price of that situation is, and then everyone that was speculating and assuming gets burnt. Invest with your head, not your heart. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, I'd love for you to throw your 2 cents in. If you want to throw your opinion out to what coins you would want to see in the starter kit, please do. I'm also doing a silver giveaway once we hit 54,000 subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed. I'm picking 2 winners. May the luckiest stacker win. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.